Today's hotter than expected inflation data hitting Americans who already are under pressure as the cost of living just keeps climbing. Join us now is California business owner Aaron Berg, Louisiana mother of four Amber Bergeron, and Salt Lake City salon owner Teresa Bowman. Welcome to all of you. Aaron, let me start with you. Thanks for being with us. You said something interesting in response to these inflation numbers. You say, hey, the administration keeps talking about inflation coming down, but that's a lie in your view. Explain what you mean.
Yeah, it's really deceptive that they say that inflation is going down because you have to consider that since 2021, inflation has been increasing 7% every year, and it's been compounding every year. So where inflation may be slowing a little bit, it's not as bad as it was. The fact is, it's still going up, and it's deceptive to say otherwise. Seeing that that fuel and energy is still going up 10% month over month, that's just crazy.
And Amber, I appreciate you joining us. You are a busy mother of four, which includes twin one-year-olds. And I want to ask you a little bit about childcare. We know childcare across the country is costly and getting more expensive. For you down in Louisiana, I understand the cost of childcare is keeping you out of the workforce. Tell me, what are you seeing in your area? Is it the cost that is just too expensive? Is it a lack of options?
It's both, honestly. The main thing is the cost, though, and then being that I have one-year-old twins, that's double. It just doesn't pan out to where we would benefit from me working. And a lot of mothers are having these issues trying to go forth and work and just provide for their families. And, you know, as much as we love being able to stay home with our children, that's our pride, that's our joy. At the end of the day, we would like to be able to go to work and financially help out as well.
Teresa, I'm going to come over to you. You own your own business, salon. And something that struck me was the costs of running a business right now. $6.50 for a tube of color. That's what it used to be. Now it's $11 to $13. So it's more than doubled. You have to pay your employees more. You weren't able to bring as many back as a result of COVID. Their expenses are higher, so they're always asking you to pay them even more than $15 or $20 an hour. How do you make it work?
Correct. It's hard to make it work with costs like that. To give the girl enough money to, cost of living is like $2,500 a month for a downtown apartment that's okay, up to $4,000 a month, and their wages were, 15 to 20, and on that kind of income, they can't make it with car insurance, car payments, and food and everything else. And some of them are single moms as well. So they're paying daycare and having to worry about food going up and their apartments going up, and it's just hard for them to make it.
Aaron, we talk a lot about the causes of inflation, and we say it's government spending, but I think it's interesting. You really pinpointed regulation. You said regulation is killing your business, and I bet that's true for all of you. But Aaron, explain how regulation has been so tough.
Well, I think one of the main things is the regulation on fuel production, energy production. There's been increased regulations on emissions, and the current administration just banned more drilling in the Arctic. That's going to increase fuel prices, and that has a trickle down effect. It increases the cost of fuel. So then truckers have to increase their prices to businesses. So then the businesses' cost of ingredients, because everything has to be transported by trucks, right? So their costs increase, so their price has to increase, and then it goes back to the consumer, and then it continues the cycle.
Aaron, how much more are you paying to ship? You ship bottles of alcohol, liquor, your product. How much has that gone up for you?
So I own a distillery here in Paso Robles, so I purchase bottles, and they come into the Port of Los Angeles. It used to cost me $150 to ship a pallet of 1,000 bottles. From Los Angeles to my place in Paso Robles. Now it costs $300.
Double.
It's doubled in just the past 2 years. So that adds that increases the cost of my bottles by 15%, which is nuts.
Amber, let's talk about costs of managing your own home, because I'm sure you're experiencing something similar to a business. Your costs are going up. I see here that you're projecting your energy bill for next month alone reaching almost $500. That's on top of course, cost of food. Where are you able to trim from your budget to accommodate these increases? What are you doing without to pay for these bills?
Just any extra activities that we would usually do. Instead of going out and maybe going to laser tag or going to the arcade, we're going to be at home and we're going to be playing Uno. It's just different things like that where we've had to cut back as far as snacks and everything like that. Either you're eating at mealtime or that's it. We're just doing the best that we can to, cut costs where we can.
Real quick, Teresa, to circle back with you, you also mentioned crime and homelessness in your area as issues that have impacted your business. Elaborate on that for me.
Yes, we have a lot more people without homes now living on the streets all around us. And it used to be a nice, clean downtown, and now it's not because these people were without homes. And then it's caused a lot more crime. We've had like 2 shootings in the past month on our block. And it's probably due to money situations and people do desperate things in desperate times.
Yeah.